roofer here. It's MP, lowercase MP, uppercase roofer, ROFER. That's my PSN. If anybody wants to send me a friend request, you need a help at a certain track, a slider setup, anything, man. Got y'all covered. We're gonna keep on rolling on our career mode. I have noticed my setups are faster online and in quick race than they are in career mode, even with a 5-star team. Like, let's say drebin here, my fastest lap with the same setup's a 13 flat. I'm only hitting like 13 threes in career mode, but like I said, way faster than any kind of setups you're gonna find on Reddit, anything like that. Trying to build up the page a little bit, Dirty South Racing Network, and give back to the NASCAR Heat community in the tough times we're going through. So, first race here will be drebin. Dirt is not my specialty, so the guys that are really are good on dirt, you'll probably be able to go faster with these setups than I can. But just a little bit bored. Tried to run some Formula One, and I don't know if it's free right now or what, but every lobby there was like 20 people in, and it was nothing but just carnage. Literally, I've had cleaner races on Wreckfest than I was having on Formula One. I love running me some Formula One, so I might go back tonight and do some more Formula One streaming. But I did notice there's another guy, something Poe, doing some NASCAR Heat 3 live streaming. I'll actually show you guys some good racing. Not no bull crap. And my setups are all 105 speed ratings. Alright, that's the drebin setup. Let's a little practice real quick, and we'll qualify. Like I said, I'll throw up my fastest lap right here. 13 flat. If you go look at the leaderboards, that's pretty quick. But on my dirt setups, I like the red line as I'm going in the corner. And 13.7, nothing special. But like I said, it seems like these setups are a little bit slower on career mode for some reason. Don't know why. I can go in a quick race and take the same exact setup, I'll show you, and run way faster with it. But let's go ahead and qualify here for drebin. Actually, let's go ahead and get y'all to the setup first. Alright, 4-4, 4-6, 6-6-6, 10, 54-2, 52, 45-3. Sure, you guys can read it there at home. But I'm on a wheel. This would be the one key thing here for guys that are on controller. The wheel lock here on the wheel 26 is great on dirt. You might have to drop that on controller. It might be a little too sensitive for you. So, alright, so we're going to qualify, save the setup, back, and start qualifying. And it's another thing, when I do my videos, I literally load my setup in front of people so you can see this is the setup that I'm using. I might take my fourth gear down just a hair. I don't. So.
All right, we're going to see where that puts us on the starting grid.
Not great. Like I said, there's a few tracks on dirt that That's not quite as... This one just set up more... It's a 105 speed rating setup, but you could probably tweak it a little bit and make it faster. Now, the truck setups I'm going to give you guys, the past two that I've gave out, the Atlanta and the Daytona that I've gave out the past 2 nights, have literally been weekly leaderboard setups that if I get in a league race, it's exactly what I'm going to run, which scares me because I'm starting the truck series here soon with NBN, and everyone's probably going to have my same setups, but I don't care, man. I'm trying to get back to the Heat community, build up the Dirty South channel. Let's go ahead and start the race here. Dirt is my weakness. I did not mean... In Season 2, I was trying to do trucks only, and accidentally... I should just simulate these races, to be honest, and do just my truck races.
Safe, be smart, keep
but
your head on straight. Be ready.
Gonna win another
Ready.
championship, and then we'll go to trucks and Xfinity next year.
You got room. You're clear.
Didn't mean to get into them. I'm not a dirty driver. I try to be really clean. So y'all can see my fat. I did hit a 13 flat with this setup in quick rate. Ooh, I almost messed up right there. It's just, for some reason, they're a little slower in career mode. I don't know why. And I'll show y'all the way I got my career set up. Hard as they can possibly go. You can't go get the AI any harder. I wish I could, to be honest. It's kind of too easy in dirt. That's why I didn't want to run anymore. I can almost lap the whole field in 13 laps, and that's just not fun to me. Not.
That was a great flat.
It's decent. 13 flat is better. I still have not figured out what the difference in career mode is to quick race, why it's a half a second slower, but online and quick race, y'all should be able to hit 13 ones, 13 flaps with this setup. Probably do a little bit of tweaking to it and make it even faster. It handles really good. I wouldn't do a whole lot of changes to it though.
5 to go, driver. Car outside. You got room. You're clear there. Got one peeking inside.
Ooh, I do got damage on.
Alright, you're clear there. Got one peeking outside. You got room. You're clear there. Got one up top. Clear
And you don't
outside.
need to let off here. I'm just letting off. I don't want to wreck my car and lose the wind,
You're clear.
overlap traffic.
You're to the line.
I'm ready for a hot seat in Xfinity, to be honest, because Xfinity and Cup is my specialty on this game. I got it set up for every track, but I'm trying to do them in order.
You're all clear up top.
And I've heard there's a bunch of custom setups on Reddit.com, but I promise you mine are going to be faster.
Earned that checkered.
And a 105 speed rating. So far, every setup I've gave out has been a 105. Alright. I am ready to get to Las Vegas in trucks here. That's my drebin setup. Like I said, y'all seen 13 flat just do a little bit of tweaking on it, man. The gear ratio, I wouldn't go any higher on it. You might be able to go lower on 4th gear and change the rear end up a little, but let's see. Dirt's just not my thing. And honestly, trucks, I've not even touched on this game until I started doing these setup videos. This is literally like my 3rd or 4th. I've may have ran 10 truck races on this game. On NASCAR Heat 3, my favorite series was trucks. It's just the leagues I've been running in, I own is usually Cup and Xfinity. So I never really worked on truck setups, but I'm finding out who had the fastest lap. Led all 13 laps. Finish event. So we've won. Like I said, we should run away with the championship. The only track I'm gonna have trouble with in dirt is Jefferson. Probably gonna simulate that race. I don't have a good setup for. I actually do have a decent setup for Jefferson. I can't get around the track. But I'm actually excited for this Las Vegas race. Actually, Las Vegas is one of my favorite tracks, and I'm hoping it turns out like Atlanta last night. I was actually surprised at how fast my Atlanta setup went. It actually would have been like online, probably like this on the all-time leaderboard, and if I would have been in an online draft, I think I could have been number 1 on the weekly, to be honest. With the AI draft, I cut a time that was fast enough. And like I said, it was a 30.00 at Atlanta, and I gave that setup out just like it's no problem. Alright, I want everyone to see my settings just so y'all know. Difficulty, expert, manual transmission, high brake smoothing, the car identifier, just position name, career difficulty, I got it on legend, damage, light damage, 13% race wear, normal tire wear, flags, all flags, just see, I'll see no driving aids. Driving aids make you slower. Don't want to use driving aids. And for the guys that have everything else normal, you see, guys that have a wheel, this is my wheel settings. Works great on a T150. I've had a few guys on G29 say it works great. So just so everyone knows, I don't have this on easy or nothing like that. I don't do that. But let's get to Las Vegas here. And if y'all could, man, please share. I'm trying to build up the channel. I got like 68 subscribers. That's the whole reason why I'm doing these setup videos, just to build up the channel, because Dirty South Racing League, our racing network, we are fixing to have our own league with announcers, everything. It's showing. Is it showing that I have a setup already in here? No, that's junk. Okay, let's throw a setup in here. May have to make a few tweaks to it. What I'm. Alright, 1 second, guys. Give me like 2 seconds. I gotta just grab a cigarette real quick while I'm putting in my setup. I can take a couple drags off a cigarette. Alright guys, I'm back. Alright, I'm fixing to enter this setup in. Sorry for making you guys wait. Alright. Except, and we will test it just to see how it does. Like I said, I'm 3 all the way down is what I run at Vegas. It's a smooth track, so if it's a smooth track, you don't use high bumps and rebounds. Now, if this is Atlanta, I run like 6.7 Auto Club 6.7 bumpy tracks. You run higher bumps and rebounds. Smoother tracks, you run lower. That's a little trick to help each other, help y'all out. I've gotten pretty decent. I know this probably looks like a lot of wedge here. Like I said, we're gonna run a couple practice laps before we qualify, just to see if we need to make any adjustments. I'm pretty much taking my Xfinity setups and making a few changes to them and putting them in my truck, because I don't have any truck setups at the moment. This isn't my exact setup for Xfinity. Like I said, make a few changes, test it out. I want it. If it's not a 105, it's not good enough for me. I only give out 105 speed rating setups. I said I'm trying to give back to the community. I don't want to give y'all no junk. Let's see. I might take them left rears if it don't seem to handle good or it's not as fast. Might take them left rears back to 22. So this is literally the first time that I've ran this setup in the trucks, so I do not know what's gonna happen. When you run live like that, you don't know what's gonna happen pretty much. Alright, as y'all seen my wedge really high, you're fixing to see why. Because my right track bar, I run it really high, so with a high right track bar, that means it's loose on it. I'm going to explain for a second. Your left track bar is for entry. So if you're tight on entry, you go up with the left track bar. If you're loose on entry, you go down on the left track bar. Now with the right track bar, if you're loose on exit, you go down. If you're tight on exit, you go up. I like mine to be about right in there. I'm gonna try that out first. And you know, I actually learned how to build these setups from Red 442. I watched his setup guide. Really taught me a lot, and now I can make a setup pretty quickly in every series. So let's see. This is where things are gonna get a little tricky. The gear ratio, this is my Xfinity gear ratio. I gotta see how it's gonna work out in truck. So we're gonna have to cut a couple practice laps real quick. Save. Yes, save. I'll take a couple practice laps, see how it feels, and then we'll make a few adjustments. Alright, let's see what we got going on here.
Alright now, dig.
It looks like I've ran here in presets maybe, because I've ran the 31.4.
Got one peeking outside.
Ooh.
Got one
okay, not a 3-gear setup, I was just checking. some of the mile and a half you can set up a 3-gear setup. And you can use 4th as like a fuel saving gear. Let's see. This feels pretty nice.
Still there.
A little tight in 1 and 2.
Alright, you're clear there.
That could be expected though, because y'all see where I put my wedge. Way up. Ooh, really tight in 3 and 4. I think I'm going to have to come down on that wedge a little bit. To loosen her up just a hair. Let's see. 31.6. Our tires are wearing dead evenly. That's my main focus when I build my setups, is tire wear. You want your tires to wear dead evenly. Yeah, she's a little tight. Let's see. Dip down here on the apron. 31.6. What's our best? A 31.4. That's probably with the draft. Let's go see what the goal time is. The goal time is a 31.4. Okay, so we need to pick up 2 temps. Let's make a couple changes here real quick. Like I said, I am live, so I honestly just plugging these setups in, and I don't know what's going to happen. I like doing it like that because people can actually see me enter the setups. I'm going to go up a little, since it was so tight on entry, I'm going to go up just a hair on my track bar. I think the gears were pretty good, but I'm going to try one thing. Let's go up to a 1.0 on the 4th gear. Let's see if we can get down to a 31.4 here. Alright. Y'all can give me 1 second. I'm going to take a couple drags off the cigarette. Save setup, yes. Save, yes. Next time I do this, it might be a smart idea to actually go test this, you know, first. Okay, just see him back, change. Just so y'all don't have to see me make all these changes. And I know what I wanted to do. This will probably help out in speed. Let's go back up to 22. At 20, like I said, it might work good on my cup setup like that. I think trucks would be better where that's at. And another thing I just noticed, my right springs are awfully high. I like running around a 550. Let's go with a 570 with a 50 pound spread. Usually works pretty good on your rear springs. So if this is 580, you'd want to be at 530. So let's go 570, 520. Just try it out. Save, yes. Just taking a couple drags off a cigarette real quick. Like I said, I did notice a guy streaming some NASCAR Heat 3, and to be honest, it was funny to me. I would actually hope that he would come and tune in and get some setup so he could actually run with those guys the way it's supposed to be done. And if y'all send out a comment where y'all want to race or a setup you need, I'll go to Quick Race and we'll take care of it, man. I'll get you taken care of, or send me a friend request. Taking just a couple drags off a cigarette real quick, and we're gonna go racing. We might even do a couple more tracks than just Drebin in Las Vegas. It depends on how many viewers we got. I really hate giving out all my setups. If I did it once in Cup, I gave out like my, if you go and look,
clear the pit, hammer down.
I got about 6 or 7 cup setups that I gave out, but I was not getting no subscribers at all, so I quit doing it. So I really hope you guys press the subscribe and like button, so whenever I make a new setup, you'll get it. You know, I'm trying to help mainly the new guys that just got this game out. A lot of the guys like me that know how to build setups, I guess you would say. Yeah, this feels a lot better. Might have to take the 4th gear down just a hair. I don't know, actually. It felt pretty good. We got to run at least a 31.4 though, I believe, to get a 105 speed rating. So let's throw that up there. Got a little bit of a cold right now. I don't have the Rona. Oh, I don't know. I haven't been tested. I don't even know how you'd get tested where I live.
That was a better lap.
Better, but I think it might take the draft to hit that 31.4. I don't know. See how the tire wear is doing. .31.7. Still not hitting our goal time. Alright, I'm going to try one other thing. Try a different setup here, guys. Sorry, I know y'all are ready to see some racing, but I want this setup to be a 105 speed rating for you guys. Like I said, I don't like giving out junk. I don't want people to be like, oh, roofer setups are junk. You don't want to use his setups, you know, da da da. Just how I am. Alright, let's try this. Let's go with a... This will give us a really good jump on the restarts too. If you run your first gear a little higher, like stock is 3.00, second is 2.00, but if you go a little higher, like 310, 205, you get a pretty good jump on a restart. Try this out, and let's see, it might be another change I can make to make this faster. I'm gonna do something with the chassis here, change a few things around. That wedge being so high, I'm gonna try something a little different. We're gonna go on the take it way down low. Whoa, looking at the wrong setup, guys. My bad. We don't want to go that low with our wedge. We'll be doing donuts out there. Alright, let's see. Yeah. Alright. So if you guys have written down these setups already, I'm sorry. It's live. I have not done no testing. Let's drop these rear springs a little. And there's the 50-pound spread. You want the left to be 50 pounds less than the right, actually. I had that backwards. That was probably half our problem right there, guys. And one other thing I noticed was the cambers. Them cambers are really, really high. Let's try this out. This probably will work a lot better. When I entered that first setup, I could have... I got them all on my phone, stored on my phone, my setups. And I didn't label them, so I might have accidentally put in a setup for a different track. So I apologize if that's the case. Let's try a 50 on our right there. There we go. Let's see how this works. Just trying to be, what's it? Trying to be a 31.4. It's got to be a 105 speed rating, or I won't give it out, or I'll give it out, but it just kind of makes me look like I'm giving out crap setups. And I heard Reddit has every setup that you pretty much need, but they're not that great. Now, if we were an Xfinity or Cup, I got a setup for every track. So this is the only thing I'm gonna have to do this with is trucks. Whoa. Something's not right. To me, that feels like shocks. So we might have to go reverse them shock settings. Yeah, you see what it's doing in the corners? Yep. I done messed up. Alright, let's go up to 4 on our bumps. Bear with me, guys. When you're live, anything can happen. You don't want it to be doing that, though. That was bad, guys. Very bad. I think this should help fix it. We will see. And I'm going to take a little more wedge out of it. And maybe go up on the track bars a hair. Let's go to 1250 over a 13. Back, save. I think before I do this tomorrow, I'm actually going to test it offline before I just come on live, just to make sure. I figured Las Vegas, easy track. Most of the time, your setups from Xfinity, trucks, Cup, all you got to do is make a few changes and it rolls right over. But like I said, I can show y'all I do not have a whole lot of truck experience.
Got a car high now.
That's still how it works on Cup and Xfinity. So, alright, maybe we can catch a draft off the 88 here. Okay, yeah, them shocks, well, it's still shaking a little bit. I might have to stiffen up them rear shocks a little more. Get some speed out of this thing. Still just wicked tight. I should be able to come in them corners and just hammer it. Alright, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to... I obviously have had a truck set up in here before. I wouldn't have been running 31.4s. Let's back out. Let's save that. Let's back out, quit, confirm, and let's go check our truck series in Quick Race to see if I actually got a truck series set up already for here. I could and not even know it. Because this Cup setup is not transferring over. Let's exit back out. Go to Quick Race. Go to trucks. Alright, I did Atlanta last night for everybody. You can see 105 speed rating. Let's see. I have not really got to see 6 races, 1 race, 3 races, 5 races. I have not done that many truck races. Besides ISM for the Pro League qualifying, I did do a lot there. And this setup right here, which is our next track, is probably one of my best setups. So Actually, well, it's showing a 102 speed rating. Ugh, that's not good. It's got to be a 105. I'm not happy. My whole goal is to get a 105 speed rating at every track, which is going to be really hard to do. To be honest, it's going to be really, really, really hard to do. There's some tracks it's just like I finished 95th, I think, in the Pro League qualifying in Season 2 at ISM, and I still only hit a 104 speed rating. So let's see what this setup looks like. Alright. That looks a little closer than what I had. Let's save that, take a couple test laps of that. Then we'll take it back in career mode. If it runs good, we'll take it back to career mode and move on. I'm ready to get an Xfinity hot seat. Like I said, I got 90% of my Xfinity setups and Cup setups, so I pretty much got a truck and qualifying setup for every track, so just haven't ran a whole lot of trucks. Oh yeah, this thing's holding the bottom. It's not doing the shakes on me. This could be a good one here. Still not gripping on bottom the way I'd like. As long as we can get underneath 31.4, I don't care. $31,606 again. I think it's going to take a draft to do it. Let's see how the tires are wearing on this setup. Not bad at all. Our temp's a little high. I just noticed that. Might need to take a little tape off. Okay, 31.5, getting a lot closer. Alright, let me take a picture of this, and we're going to go put this setup in our career mode. Look at the difference in the shocks in this one and the other one. That could be a big key. I think what I did is accidentally put the wrong setup. I took a picture of the wrong setup and tried to transfer it over to trucks. It didn't work too well. Alright, got my picture. Save. Yes. Let's go back. Back. I might end up looking like a fool here at Vegas and not end up with a 105 setup, but we will work on it until we get there, though. I've only ran one race here, and I won, and so that had to be an online race because I just pretty much started doing offline races since the servers got bad. I can show you guys actually. I did 856 online multiplayer races out of 928. So that means I've raced around 70 offline races. Probably 40 of my wins, maybe even a little, maybe 50 of my wins have came on against the computer. So I do know that I earned a trophy with 100 online wins, so I know that 100 of them are online. So, alright, let's go back to this event, enter this setup in, and maybe tweak it a little bit. Like I said, I should have did a little bit of practice before I jumped straight online, and but last night Atlanta was so successful. I just pretty much put my Xfinity setup in, made a few changes, and it went out. Like I said, 30 flat was 2 temps off of being #1 on the weekly with it, with no draft. I figured Las Vegas would be the same way. Figured wrong. Alright. So 4 4 5 5 4 4 5 5. That setup is showing the ride height at 4.250, but I don't know about that. In fact, we'll leave it like that, do a test lap, and we'll see. This one's saying 1170, and man, the shocks are so much different in this one. 360 and 540. That's a huge spread. I think I'm gonna try a 410. Usually a 50-pound spread is perfect. Okay, gonna leave the tires where they're at for the moment. Actually, let's go up to 23 on our left front. Alright, 1.35. And let's see. Let's do a 1063 with an 1163. And like I said, I apologize, guys. I thought it was gonna be like last night, straight jump in and a roll, but found out no. And I'm not gonna put that other gear ratio in here. I think this gear ratio, we'll try this one out real quick. I feel like this gear ratio should be faster than the one we just ran. It come out of that Atlanta setup that I made last night, and these tracks are almost identical.
Alright now, dig.
Okay, a little more encouraging here. So to grip that bottom.
Looking inside now.
Tighten the center. Tight on entry. Okay, we got to go up on our left track bar. Really tight on entry. Check our tire wear out. Okay, perfect. $31.9. What is going on, man? I'm way too tight. Let's go fix that. Let's go loosen. If I can take that tightness out, I'll be fine. Let's go down on the wedge just a hair. Actually, let's leave the wedge where it's at and come down on the front weight. Same difference. I'm gonna take this down to 4 too, and take that to about 1150, and let's go to about 1250 there. And let's see if that's any better. If not, I'm just gonna run this thing. Las Vegas, I might have to come back to.
Okay, get back in there. Let's go.
Like I said, 9 out of 10 tracks. I can take my cup setup or Xfinity setup, throw it in the trucks, make a few adjustments, and bam. Not working out that way at Atlanta, or at Las Vegas, sorry. Much better tightness. Still tight in the center, but it's manageable. Feels a lot better there. Let's see. 31.6. I don't know, guys. Might just have to run this thing. I have one other thing I could try is that other gear ratio. And making it a little looser. Yeah, it's tight. It needs front weight taken out of it. Alright, gonna make one more change. And then we're just gonna go to a race and get to the next track. Really. Alright, front weight going down with it is the same as loosening up your truck. Going up tightens it. So let's go to about 51.3. Let's go up to about a 1275. 8 and 1. And I'm gonna try this other gear ratio, guys. It's a little blurry on my phone. Let's see. 280, 180, 140. I think that's 95 over a 345. That would make sense. Let's try this out. If this don't work, man, we're just gonna go ahead and run it, and I'll have to just work on a better Vegas setup, man. Let me make sure my steering radius is where it needs to be too. That could be something. Yeah, it was right. Alright, one more shot here, and we're I think Atlanta has a little more banking in it, so that's why the Atlanta setup didn't work out as well. I don't know, I feel like that other gear ratio was faster. Yeah, not good enough still though, but I'm gonna. Okay, I see one thing I could change to fix, make it go a little faster. Yeah, 31.6s, man. I don't know. Like I said, there's one little thing I'm gonna try here, and I'm just gonna go ahead and qualify. Let's go with that right there. Save, yes. Back. No more practice. Let's go ahead and qualify.
Let's go now.
If we don't get a 105, we don't get a 105. It's we just have to come back to Las Vegas. I will work on the setup. If it don't come out to be a 105, then I'll repost it.
Qualify. Make it count here.
Redlining, that's not good. Take my fourth gear or rear end down one click.
All right, that's our run. Back her down.
31.6. But we were redlining going into turn one too, so let's make that one change here. Let's go down to. Yeah, these setups are kicking my butt here at Vegas, man. Like I said, last night, not last night, I made a Atlanta setup in 5 minutes that literally was number 5 on the weekly with the AI. But this one at Vegas is kicking my butt. So let's see, we were redlining just a hair. We were at 345. Let's go down to a 9.5. 340. We'll try that. And we're going racing, guys. We'll just skip on past Las Vegas and get to I know Martinsville, the next truck track that's coming up. I got a super duper setup for Martinsville, so at least in Cup and Xfinity, it should roll over the trucks, I would think. But we're gonna start 12. Not very great. May not get a 105 speed rating out of this, but
all right, man.
we're gonna try our best.
Be ready. Ready. Green's out now. Let's go. Got a car coming inside now. Got one down low now. Still there. Stay on the bottom. Still there. Top 3, use it if you need it. Stay on the bottom here. Clear all around. Inside. Stay high up here. Stay high, stay high. Careful, still there. You got room, you're clear.
Just noticed I'm losing a lot of speed in the middle of the corner. That's where something in the track bar is quite not right. didn't want to take all night on this video, so yeah, it's super tight in the middle. That's the problem. I'm scrubbing off so much speed in the middle. That's why I'm not trying to back our corner up a little bit, maybe. And it's a little loose off now. Yeah, it is super tight.
Hold your line, got one inside.
And then I get loose off.
Still there.
This Vegas setup, guys, you can find better.
Still there.
It's not what I thought it was gonna. I thought I was gonna be able to hand y'all out what a 105 weekly leaderboard setup like I did at Daytona and Atlanta, but I should have did a little practice first and perfected it before I got online. But when you go live, that's the chance you take. If we can pull the top 5 out, I'll be happy. I think we're leading in points right now. That's terrible. See how I'm just losing all that speed?
Keep digging. 10 to go.
I'd be lucky if I get a top 10 out of this terrible setup. I can do better than this on the slider.
Got one down low now. Careful, still there.
Yeah, my right front's wearing a lot faster than the right rear, so it's definitely still too tight. That's our problem. The setup might be great, just need to take some more wedge out of it. The speed's there. I'm almost at the red line. That's where you want to be on corner entry, is right up there in the red. But man, this is horrible.
Got one outside now.
Yeah, come on.
Stay on the bottom.
But I'm glad I figured this out, because I'm fixing to be starting a league with midnight in trucks. That's why I'm kind of working on these truck setups, and Las Vegas was going to be one of our first tracks, so I'm glad I figured this out now instead of before the race time. Just so tight in the corners, I'm having to let off to where normally you should be able to flat foot it almost. By the end of the night, I'll have a good Las Vegas setup. But
Car there on the inside. 3 wide, keep pushing. 5 to go, driver.
this is bad.
Still there.
So tight. Just having to stay totally out of gas. The tire wear, yeah, our right front's 5% lower than our right rear, so that tells you it's tight. Loose is fast, tight is slow. Yeah, I can't even stay in the throttle in turn 1. almost want to restart the race and take a whole bunch of wedge out of it, but
Car there on the inside.
I'm not going to do that. Now getting a little loose off. The trucks I've not figured out yet, guys. Like I said, I'm mainly Xfinity and Cup is all I drove. It's just I've decided to do career mode, and of course you start off in dirt and trucks, and so figured it would be no problem hitting the 105 speed rating, but figured wrong. First two tracks were really, really easy for me to figure out.
Alright, let's go. White flag.
Okay, can we hang on to 11s here? Just back our corner up, hold the bottom, make it hard for him to pass. Not the apron. Gonna have to do a little bit of blocking to hang on to 11s. Oh, that was embarrassing, guys. Embarrassing. I could do better than that on a slider, honestly. Not good at all. So don't use that setup. I will come out with a better setup than that. But we still got the points lead by 2 points over Chastain. Luckily, we got a win in Atlanta, 4th at Daytona. Still trying to figure these trucks out, man. 31.401. That's I ran that. Y'all seen it? That's where I should have just used that other setup, man. But I think I may have over-adjusted it. I don't know, man. That was just embarrassing. But we'll go on to the next track and give out some more setups that actually work. That one, I wouldn't even use it as a base. It's just nothing at all good about it. I almost wanted to leak this video. People are going to think I'm some kind of scrub giving out crap.
Look, if you want to win races, you got to quit driving in the mirror.
Hey, sorry, buddy. I had a terrible setup. Kevin, hey, you got 500 fans. I think it's safe to say you're becoming a local hero. Well, thanks, Kevin. I didn't hit Ross Chastain, did I? I like Ross. I wouldn't have did that to him. Hey, I think you should be more careful out there. Oops. I guess I got some people mad at me here. Sorry, Stuart Prison. I didn't think it's a mighty fine racing. Is he being funny here? It's not funny. That was not mighty fine racing. That was really terrible racing. But anything can happen though, man. It's live. Alright, what dirt track are we at? Eldora. Now, let's hopefully my Eldora setup. I just gave out this setup the other night. Hopefully it's saved. I can look on my phone to see. For the guys that didn't get it the other night, y'all can get it tonight. Because I want to get to Martinsville. We're gonna do Eldora and Martinsville, because Martinsville, I have in Cup and Xfinity, I have one of the best setups that you can get. So I would think that I wouldn't have any problem at Martinsville. So we'll see. Let's hope this outdoor setup saved. I can go ahead and pull the other one up on my phone from the other night to make sure. I'm gonna have so many setups on my phone that I'm not gonna know what's what. Okay, let's see. Okay, this is from today. So that was from Atlanta last night. And the last setup in there, this should be my Eldora setup. Okay, let's see. Hopefully, sometimes in career mode, the setups don't save. This one did. Alright guys, this is a good Eldora setup. Take a second to check it out. But I looked at the times on the daily, and this one, it'll get you right there. Save yes. Save yes. Alright. We don't even need to practice. Let's just go on to qualifying.
Alright, driver, dig. Left to go, concentrate, give us all you got. Alright, qualifying's over, good job.
And I actually hit the goal time dead on, but it's still a little slow. I think my fastest time there is like a 14.3. You see we're like 2 tenths faster than the rest of the field. It's a very fast setup, this Eldora is. Start race. Should be close to lapping the field with this thing. And I got them on legend, hard as they'll go.
Green's out, let's go. Top 3, use it if you need it.
Yeah, 14.4 is my fastest lap with this setup. That's online. Career mode things seem to be a little different. Like it's three tenths off, 14.7. Not terrible, but. Letting way up. Don't want to make no enemies. Got a huge lead.
Hold your line. Got one outside. All right, you're clear there. Top 3, use it if you need it.
Whoa, cutting that bottom a little too close. That's where you catch your speed, is down there, hugging the bottom. You got to be careful. You hug it too much sometimes too.
Five to go, this time by. You're all clear up top. Got a car high now. Car on the outside now. All right, you're clear. All clear. Stay low. All right, clear outside. Car there on the outside. outside. Ready to go, driver. All right, you're clear. One more to go. Outside, outside. All right, you're clear. All right, clear outside. Good driver. Way to earn that checker
Well, we
flag.
lapped all the way up to 6th place. Didn't quite lap the whole field in 13 laps, but we did. As y'all can see, that setup, I'm telling you, will make you competitive in dirt. Let's do a little quick. Oh, we skipped our burnout. It's alright. Now we're fixing to get to the track that I cannot wait. This is my favorite track in the game. Old Martinsville. And we've dominated the late model series. And like I showed y'all, the settings I'm using as hard as they can possibly go. Can't get any harder. I wish I could. For late models at least. Trucks, that last race was pretty rough. I've only had one. I finished 4th the very first race at Daytona with weekly leaderboard setup, but I qualified dead last because I accidentally chose I hit the wrong setup button and realized it, so I had to come from dead last to first in like 8-9 laps, and it wasn't pretty, but here we go. Let's see. Oh man, my Pittman is the best. We're going fishing this weekend. Alright, we're going fishing this weekend. What's Leslie Gomez got to say? Is there anything Mike Pittman cannot do? I mean, totally amazing driver, fantastic person, and is the best bowler on my bowling team. I don't even bowl Leslie. We've never been bowling together. Aubrey Scott. If anybody so much as touches Mike Pittman on track, they're going to have to end. I got all these women sticking up for me. What's up with this? My best friend in the whole world is Mike Pittman. Such a great, clean, professional driver. Well, thank you, Evan. No one is better than Mike Pittman. I mean, that's my best friend we're talking about. I guess I'm best friends with everybody in the series. It's kind of cool, I guess. Alright, this is the race we've been waiting for. I am going to take a 2-minute restroom break real quick, and I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back, guys. Alright, I did want to show my career settings one more time, though, just so. Difficulty, preset, export, hardest to go. Manual transmission, brake smoothing high. Career AI difficulty, legend. Light damage, 13%. Tire wear normal, everything normal. Driving, no assist. I felt like I had assist on at Las Vegas. It didn't feel right. And this is what I've been using on my wheel. It helps me out tremendously. Whoa, almost messed up there. I normally didn't used to run this high of force feedback, but I noticed if you take your steering dead zone up one click, it is perfect. I actually broke a lot of my fastest times with this, so thanks to, I think, either Coke FM or Keystone. So, one of them guys gave me this, and it's made me a lot faster. Not at Las Vegas, apparently, but let's see. Let's go to the event. If the setup that's in there is not loaded, we'll back out, go take a picture of what we got on Quick Race, because for some reason they're different, and we'll load her up. Let's hope it don't take 30 minutes for us this time to get the setup in, and see if we still got a viewer right up there. Oh, don't show that we got a viewer anymore. Oops. But we're gonna keep on broadcasting anyways. I've had quite a bit of views on my last couple videos since I've been making the setup videos, but of no subscribers, man. If I don't get more subscribers, I'm gonna quit giving out setups, man. It's just, it'd be stupid for me to give out my great setups that I got and not get no subscribers out of the deal. Man, this don't look right. Let's save it. Let's see. Let's go check our qualifying setup. Let's see. Yeah, this this ain't right. You know, I'm gonna give it a shot just to see what it'll do in practice, but this ain't my Martinsville setup.
Clear the pits, hammer down.
Yeah, this is just
got one inside.
Slider setup here. Okay, let's jump to Quick Race, go take a picture of that setup and put it in here. In fact, if I don't have no viewers, I might just make a whole new video with that Martinsville setup. Let's see, Martinsville. Okay, yeah, I got a 105 here. Actually, won 3 races with this. Oh, what happened? An error occurred.